Hi, I'm Laura Bartow from Studio One Stampers. Welcome to week 8 in my series for 2023 Celebration. Oh my goodness, Celebration is coming to a close. The end of February, all these products will disappear. I hope that you've got your orders ready and you've got all the items that you want free with each purchase. Now, this particular stamp set has been an incredible workhorse this whole celebration time, sending support. I don't know about you, but these are the kind of cards that I need to send all the time for encouragement, for letting people know I'm thinking about them, just all kinds of great things that really make a big difference. And honestly, all that you need to do is do a simple card that uses a gorgeous designer series paper. Now, I wanted to make certain that you saw this Flora paper. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's in our January to April catalog. It's 6x6. The artist who painted all these original oils is just phenomenal. And there's pictures with all the color and everything. And so all as you need to do is add a greeting to a gorgeous piece of paper. I've done 2 gatefold cards, super simple. One is a portrait, one is landscape. I'm going to show you how to make those simple layouts for cards and add this great greeting, and you will be able to make the most amazing fast cards with this sending support stamp set. Well, I think these are 2 just absolutely stunning cards. And of course, it's the paper that just make them all so beautiful. This fancy Flora paper. Look at all the different patterns in here. So many choices, so many colorations, so many different things. And look over here too. I added in the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. You can see I used a couple of those for the background. Look at how well these colors coordinate together. This, of course, is a free item with the $100 purchase, and this stamp set, Sending Support, is free with a $50 purchase. So you'll want to make sure that you get these both so you can really enjoy all the options. So let's go ahead and just make these cute little gatefold cards. This one is a landscape gatefold card, and I'll just put it right here because I'm going to use the Sweet Sorbet ink. And when you make a gatefold card, the cardstock is cut in half the long way. So this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 2 3/4 here and 8 1/4 there. And so I've got the little score lines here, and those little score lines will be the outside of my card. So I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to just do a soft fold. And when I say a soft fold, I'm just kind of putting the ends together, and you can see how I'm making them match up perfectly. And once they match up really well, then I'll take the bone folder and really give it a good crease so that that stays on there just like that. Now I want to go ahead and just put my pieces on the front. And those are 2 of the pieces from the Dandy Designs Designer Series paper. And I'm going to go ahead and just put the ink on those 2, or put the glue on those 2 pieces. And so get those right on our front piece. This card is so fast, and these pieces are cut at 2 1/2 by 4. And so by using that 2 1/2 measurement by 4, you can get lots and lots of these. I usually cut a 2 1/2 inch strip right down the side of my designer series paper, and then I cut them into 4s. Now here's our beautiful piece of fancy Flora paper. I've picked mint macaron as one of the colors. The colors in this collection are phenomenal and really varied, so you can mix and match so many different things. And I just love this. It looks like a beautiful painting. Now I have to remember when I put this on to only glue it to the left side. So I'm going to put my finger here and flip this over and just put a couple of lines of glue on that left side. And so I'll then center that on here, making certain that there's no glue under there. And that goes on there. I have already stamped my sentiment that say some days are harder than others. I want to go ahead and do a flag on the end. So I'm just going to cut to the middle and then cut right to that center point. And that'll give me a nice even piece for my flag. And I'm just going to glue that on, and I'm just going to put a couple little dots of glue, and I'm going to put that all the way over to the edge here. And then I'm going to add a bow. And this bow is pale papaya, which is not really a color that's in this collection, but it just brings out so many of the tones that are in between the colors that it works beautifully as an accent. Oops, I don't think I got my glue dot off there. There we go. And just put that right on there. And what a super simple card. And then of course I've gone ahead and stamped Hope Today is one of the easier ones. So a beautiful, simple gatefold card. So easy to do. The paper just does all the work for you. Now let's go ahead and do this beautiful portrait gatefold card. I'll bring my pieces in here, and of course we've used a completely different color palette because this particular piece of paper just really lends itself to just something completely different. So let's go ahead and do the same thing we just did, and we'll make our gatefold on here. This is Gorgeous Grape. So I'm going to go ahead and fold to the center like I've done before, and then do my my pieces here. And this piece is a standard half sheet of paper, 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 2 1/8 and let's see, 6 3/8, I believe. Yes, that's correct. And so that just makes a great gatefold card. I've already stamped my words on the inside, so I'm going to go ahead and put them let's see, I guess this is good. Put them on the inside. I've stamped on both sides because, you know, the great thing about doing this ahead of time is I got a chance to be a little bit straighter that time. So now I'll go ahead and put on my pieces of designer paper, and my goodness, isn't that side gorgeous as well? I just think the plainer side goes with the Fancy Flora paper a little bit better, so I picked the simpler side. This is the Dandy Designs, and man, oh man, I have just so enjoyed all the different patterns. I have made so many different cards and the combinations, and this Bashful Blue is just in so many of our different pattern papers this year that it's a great piece to go with everything. All right, so I've got those two pieces down, and then I'll glue my Fancy Flora onto this piece of, this is Highland Heather, and that's of course a color a little bit lighter than the Gorgeous Grape, and put that on here. And then I'll have to decide which way I want this to go. I think I might, I don't know which way it should go. That looks great to me. I think I'll just do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and put the glue just on the one side because I want this to open up, and center that right on there. And I've already done my greeting, and I've punched that out with this great label punch. And I'm going to pull off my dimensionals. So I've got dimensionals on here. Now the trick to this is I want to make sure my dimensionals don't go all the way to the edge because I want to make certain that I have a little overlap right there. And then I'm just going to take my little bit of ribbon here and grab a glue dot here and pop that right underneath the edge of my my greeting. So I can just kind of pull that up a little bit, stick it under there, and that'll stay beautifully. And there's our second gatefold card. So I hope that you really enjoy making cards with the Sending Support stamp set. It's just so many, there's just so many different great combinations of words that you can put inside and on the front. And I just love the one that it's okay not to feel okay, because sometimes that's just the right thing to say to someone. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed Sale-a-Bration and you've gotten so much fun and joy out of all these great free products. I'll see you next time.